Hi guys, welcome to today's class. Today we'll be looking at top post-UTME mathematics questions from different universities. Alright, our first question says, a man and wife went to buy an article costing 400 naira. The woman had 10% of the cost and the man 40% of the remainder. How much did they have altogether? Now, looking for 10% for the woman, we have 10% and the man 40% of the remainder. Okay, so 10% of 400 would be 10 over 100 times 400 over 1, which gives us 40 naira. So the woman had 40 naira. Now, for the remainder, we have a total of 400 minus 40, which gives us 360. So the remainder will be 360. And our question says the man has 40% of the remainder. So this would be 40% would be 40 over 100 times 360 over 1. So this would be 4 times 36. 36 times 4 would give us, 4 times 6 would give us 24. Write down 4, carry 2. 4 times 3 will give us 12 plus 2, 14. So this gives us 144. So the total sum would be 144 plus 40, which gives us 184 naira. So they had a total of 184 naira, which is our option C. Now, so our next question, it says, after getting a rise of 15%, a man's new monthly salary is 345 naira. How much per month did he earn before? Now, since he got 15% increase, so this lets the original percentage be X, okay? Okay, the original percent is 100. Okay, so he had 100 plus 15% increase, which gives him 345 naira. So 115 in quotes gives him 345 naira. So for 100%, which is what he had before, would be 100 times 345 divided by 115. Okay? Now this gives us 100 times 345 divided by 115 would give us 300. So his original amount or his salary per month before was 300 naira. And next question says, evaluate 1.28 times 10 raised to power 4 divided by 6.4 times 10 raised to power 2. All right. Now converting, opening up this, we have this as 12800 divided by 640. Okay, this we have as 12800 divided by 640 gives us 20. So in standard form, this becomes 2.0 times 10 raised to power 1. All right, so our answer will be 2.0 times 10 raised to power 1. All right, the next question says, evaluate 2 raised to power 0, 2 raised to power 0 times 4 raised to power half, all equal raised to power 2. Now, in evaluating this, first off, we know that anything raised to power 0 is 1. Okay, so this becomes, applying a law of indices and product law of indices, it becomes 2 times 0 times 2 raised to power 2 times half times 2. Okay, so this cancels this, leaving us with, sorry, this should be minus half, leaving us with 2 raised to power 0 times 2 raised to power minus 2. Okay, now having this as this becomes 1 plus 1 over 2 raised to power 2. Okay, so this will give us 1 plus 1 over 4, which one will find the LCM, which is 4, gives us 5 over 4 as our answer. So our answer would be 5 over 4. Now, it says evaluate and correct to 4 decimal places. We have 827.51 times 0.015. Now, evaluating this, 827.51 times 0.015 gives us 12.41265. Now, since we are correcting to 4 decimal places, that means there should be 4 decimal digits. There should be 4 digits after a decimal point. This will become 12.4127. So the correct answer will be 12.4127, which is option B. Now, it says, evaluate 130 kilometers per second in meters per hour. Okay, so we have 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. So our 130 kilometer would be 1,000 times 130, which gives us 130,000 meters. Okay, now we know that 360 seconds, 3,600 seconds makes 1 hour. So in meters per hour, this becomes 130,000 times 360, 3,600 seconds. Okay, which gives us 468,123,123. So this becomes 468 times 10 raised to power 6. Okay, that will be 468 times 10 raised to power 6. And next question says 25 raised to the power of x minus 1 equals 64 times 5 over 2 raised to the power of 6. Now that we should find the value of x. Now, here we know, bringing this down, we know this will be 5 raised to the power 2 x minus 1 equals this 64 will give us 2 raised to the power 6 times 5 over 2 raised to the power 6. Now, our product law says that this raised to the power 6 can be shared among our numbers. So here we are now having it as 5 raised to the power 2x minus 1 equals 2 raised to the power 6 times 5 raised to the power 6 over 2 raised to the power 6. So this cancels this, leaving us with 5 raised to the power 2x minus 2, sorry, this should be minus 2, equals 5 raised to the power 6. Equating our bases, we have it as 2x minus 2 equals 6. So 2x equals 6 plus 2, negative crossing over becomes positive. Okay, so this gives us 2x equals 8. So x equals 8 over 2, which gives us 4. So the value of our x would be 4, which is our option B. If a circular disc is trimmed in such a way that its circumference is reduced and the ratio of 2:5. Now, the circumference is reducing to 2:5. And we know the formula for circumference is 2 pi r. All right. Now, in what ratio is the surface area reduced? So the area would be pi r squared. Okay. Now, if our circumference is reduced to 2:5, okay, so our area r1 equals 2, r2 equals 5. So the area here now becomes a1 is to a2. Okay. Now, this will become, our area will become r squared is to, r1 squared is to what? r2 squared. And r1 squared is what? 2 squared is to what? 5 squared. So the ratio would be 4 is to 25. The ratio of the surface area would be 4 is to 25, which is option D. Now, this one says, the next question says, convert 101101 base 2 to base 10. Now, in converting to base 10, we use our expansion method. Okay, where we have this as 101101, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this becomes 1 times 2 raised to the power 5 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power 4 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 3 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 0. Now, 2 raised to the power 5 will give us 32. So this becomes 1 times 32, 32 plus 0 times 16, 0 plus 1 times 8, 8 plus 2 times 1 times 4, 4 plus 0 times 2, 0. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. So 1 times 1 plus 1. So now if we add this all up, 32 plus 8 will give us 40. 40 plus 4 will give us 44. Plus 1 will give us 45 base 10. So our answer would be 45 base 10, which is our next question says, simplify 5 raised to the power x times 25 raised to the power x minus 1 divided by 125 raised to the power x plus 1. Okay, now these are all multiples of 5. So let's break them down in the basis of 5. So 25 x minus 1 would give us 5 raised to the power 2 bracket x minus 1, which eventually would be 5 raised to the power 2x minus 2. And 125 x plus 1 gives us 5 raised to the power 3 bracket x plus 1, which when expanded would be 5 raised to the power 3x plus 3. Okay, now adding all this up, replacing these values here, we have it as 5 raised to the power x times 5 raised to the power 2x minus 2 divided by 5 raised to the power 3x plus 3. Now, applying our law of indices, okay, where multiplication turns to addition, this becomes 5 raised to the power x plus 2x minus 2, okay, all over 5 raised to the power 3x plus 3. All right, from here, we have it as 5 raised to the power 3x minus 2 all over 5 raised to the power 3x plus 3. Okay, so now turning our division to subtraction, still on the law of indices, we have it as 5 raised to the power 3x minus 2 minus 3x plus 3. Okay, so expanding this, we have it as 5 raised to the power 3x minus 2 minus 3x minus 3. Okay, so from here, this becomes 5 raised to the power 3x, we cancel 3x, leaving us with 5 raised to the power minus 5. So our answer would be 5 raised to the power minus 5. Solve the system of equation where we have 2x plus y raised to the power x plus y equals 32 and 3 raised to the power 3y minus x equals 27. Okay, now to solve this, we'll first of all break this to the powers of 2 and break this to the powers of 3. So our 32 would give us 2 raised to the power 5, and 27 would give us 3 raised to 3. Okay, now replacing these values here, our new equation would be 2 raised to x plus y equals 2 raised to 5, and 3 raised to 3y minus x equals 3 raised to 3. Now, equating our bases for both equation 1 and equation 2, this becomes x plus y equals 5, and 3y minus x equals 3. Okay, now we are going to rewrite this equation, okay, making our x positive. To make our x positive, we'll multiply this by a negative. So this we would have as x plus y equals 5 for equation 1. Equation 2 becomes x minus 3y equals minus 3. Okay, now we have common terms here that we can eliminate. Okay, now this becomes, since they are both positive, we will use what? Subtraction. We will add, we will subtract. Subtracting, 1 minus 1 will give us 0. Minus minus will give us plus. 3 plus 1 will give us 4y equals, minus minus will give us plus. 5 plus 3 will give us 8. So therefore, our y will become 8 over 4, which gives us 2. Now, knowing that the value of y is 2, substituting into our equation 1, where we have x plus y equals 5, when y equals 2, okay, this becomes x plus 2 equals 5. X equals 5 minus 2, which gives us 3. So our value of x and y will be 3 and 2. So the value of x and y will be 3 and 2, which is our option A. Our next set of questions says, simplify 2 whole number 5 over 12 minus 1 whole number 7 over 8 times 6 over 5. Now, in this situation, we'll be applying our BODMAS rule, but first, we'll convert our mixed numbers to improper fractions. Now, 12 times 2 will give us 24, plus 5 will give us 29 over 12, minus 8 times 1, 8, plus 7 would give us 15 over 8 times 6 over 5. Okay? Now, applying our BODMAS rule, where we would have to work on multiplication before division. So we have it as 29 over 12 minus 15 over 8 times 6 over 5. Okay, now working on this, 5 here into 5, 1, 5 into 15, 3. 2 into 6, 3. 2 into 8, 4. So this gives us 29 over 12 minus 9 over 4. Okay, now from here, we find our LCM. LCM of 12 and 4 will give us 12. 12 into 12 will be 1. 1 times 29 gives us 29 minus 4 into 12 will give us 3. 3 times 9 gives us 27. So 29 minus 27 gives us 2 over 12. Now breaking it down to its lower step, we have this as 1 over 6. So in simplifying that, our answer becomes 1 over 6, which is our option A. The annual profits of a transport business were divided between two partners, A and B, in the ratio of 3:5. If B receives 3,000 more than A, the total profit was, now our total ratio is 3 plus 5, which gives us 8. Now let the total profit, let's call our total profit to be X. Okay, so A share would be 3/8 times X, which is our total profit, which gives us 3x/8. And this share, which is 5/8 times X, will give us 5x/8. That's its share. Now, we are told that B had 3,000 more than A. That means for B, we can say his share was 3,000 plus A's share. Okay? And A's share is what? 3x/8. So equating these two together, we have it as 3,000 plus 3x/8 equals 5x/8. Okay, now in solving this out, we collect our like terms. This becomes 3,000 equals 5x/8 minus 3x/8. So this will give us 3,000 equals, our LCM here is 8. 5x minus 3x gives us 2x/8. Cross multiplying, 3,000 times 8 equals 2x. Okay, so 3 times 8 gives us 24. So this becomes 24,000 equals 2x. So our x, which is our profit, becomes 24,000 divided by 2. So x will be 12,000. So 12,000 naira was shared as profit between the two partners, which is our option C. The diameter of a metal rod is measured as 23.40 centimeter. 23.40 centimeter. So 4 significant figures. What is the maximum error in the measurement? Now, the smallest unit that we can have here will be 0.01. Okay, so the maximum error would be our smallest unit divided by 2, which is 0.01 divided by 2. Now this gives us 0.005 centimeters. So the maximum error that can be obtained would be 0.05 centimeter. Now, the ratio of the price of a loaf of bread to the packet of sugar in 1975 was R:T. We have bread is to sugar, R:T. Now, in 1980, the loaf went up by 25% increase, and sugar went up by 10% increase. Now that we have to find the new ratio. Okay, our old ratio is R:T, okay, which is assumed to be 1:1. So new ratio will be 1.25 R is to 1.10 T. Okay, so now breaking this down to its lowest term, let's say 125 over 110. Okay, 5 would give us 25 all over 110 would give us 22. Okay, so this gives us 25R is to 22T. Okay, which from our option, our question here would be 50R is to 44T. Now, it says two distinct sectors of in the same cycle subtended angle 100 degrees and 30 degrees respectively at the center of the cycle. So let's say we have a cycle this way. This is our first sector, 30 degrees, and the second sector, 100 degrees. Now, it says their corresponding arcs are in the ratio of what? Now, we know that length of arc equals theta over 360 times 2 pi r. Okay? And the length of arc is same formula irrespective of the size of your sector. Now, looking at the corresponding length, we have this as the smaller sector is to bigger sector is to smaller sector, whichever sector. And the ratio of our smaller sector is 30, and the angle at the bigger sector is 100. So when broken down, gives us 3:10. So their corresponding ratio would be 10:3. That is for bigger sector and smaller sector. What is the number whose logarithm to base 10 is 0.3482? So we have 0.3482. Now, if we want to do this, if we want to find the logarithm whose number is to base 10 is this, we have to look for the antilog of 0.34 under 8, difference of 2, if we are using our log tables. Or we can just simply do that on a calculator to have it as 2.2. Our answer will be antilog of 0.3482. That gives us 2.229 as our answer. So our antilog will be 2.229 as our answer. When a dealer sells a bicycle for 81 naira, he makes a profit of 8 naira. What did he pay for the bicycle? That means, in other words, we are asked to find the cost price of the bicycle. Now, he sold it, selling price is 81, okay, 81 naira, and profit made was 8%. I will know that, okay, this is percentage profit. So for percentage profit, we have it as selling price minus cost price all over cost price times 100 over 1. Okay, now we don't know our cost price, but we know our selling price and percentage profit. Okay, so this becomes 8 equals selling price, which is 81, minus cost price all over cost price times 100 over 1. Now, expand on this, this becomes 8 times cost price equals 8100 minus 100 times cost price. Okay, now collecting our cost price together, this becomes 8 cost price plus 100 cost price equals 8100. So this will give us 108 times cost price equals 18100. So our cost price would be 8100 divided by 108. 8100 divided by 108, which gives us 75 naira. So the cost of the bicycle would be 75 naira. All right, the sum of three whole numbers, 7/8, and one whole number, 1/3, is less than the difference between 3/8 and one whole number, 2/3. Now, let's analyze these two. All right, 7/8, when converted to improper fraction, becomes 3 times 8 plus 7, which gives us 31 all over 8. And 1/3, when converted to improper fractions, gives us 1 times 3 plus 1, which is 4/3. Okay, for this other one, 1/2, 2/3, when converted to improper fraction, gives us 3 times 1 plus 2, which is 5/3. All right, now they said the sum of these two, so adding these two together, addition, this becomes 31/8 plus 4/3. Now, our LCM here would be 8 times 3, 24. Okay, 3 times 31 would give us 93, plus 8 times 4 would give us 32. So 93 plus 32 gives us 125/24. Now for the second one, they said the difference between 3/8 minus 5/3. Okay, our LCM here will give us 24, and 3 times 3 will give us 9, minus 24. 8 times 5 will give us 40. So this gives us minus 31/24. Okay, so now bringing these two together, it says the sum of this and this is less than the difference between those and this. So we are having it as minus 31/24 minus 125/24. Our LCM will be 24, bringing us to minus 31 minus 125, which gives us 31 minus 31 minus 125 gives us minus 156/24. Okay, now dividing that by 24 gives us minus 6.5. So our actual answer should be a negative 6.5. So that means this, the sum of this, is greater than the difference of this, not less than, by 6.5. All right, guys. With this, we've come to the end of today's class. If there be any questions, put them down in the comment section below. See you in our next class.
Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the content you just watched. To see more episodes as that, preparing you for your oncoming exams, smash the subscribe button on this channel right now and visit the playlist that we've made for you, covering over 50 types of different exams, including JAMB, WAEC, Kakao,